Mark at Mazworx here. Today we're working on a project for Javier TRC. He came to us with this RB30 for his R32 GT-R, and we were more than welcome to help him out with it. First thing he did was he needed to source an RB30 block, which it seems to be getting harder day by day. He reached out to Steve over outside our garage, and I guess Steve has got a pretty good stockpile on them. We have a good one here. The first thing we do when we get these blocks, we actually rough hone them to make sure the cylinders can clean up at a certain bore size. But the first thing we do with these blocks is, we get them in, we inspect them to make sure they're good to go. We're gonna break this thing down, this RB30 block. We're gonna go through, deplug it, and we're gonna do a lot of the special machining need to be done in order to adapt it with an RB26 head, all-wheel drive application, and to kind of convert it into a racing application. On this side you see here, we got these bosses here for O2 or for NOx sensors, and there's no threads on them. So we're gonna machine those down, drill and tap them so you can put NOx sensors on them. On the deck surface, they have the small 11mm head studs. So we'll go ahead and machine that, get them up to the RB26 side, the metric 12 stud size. And we'll go through, do our classic, threaded freeze plugs, threaded old port plugs. If you're not running a thermostat in RB blocks, you gotta actually plug that hole so it doesn't constantly bypass. That bypass stays open and you're gonna bypass your radiator and you get a little hot. So if you don't run a thermostat, you need to plug that. Also on the deck surface, we'll take out all these oil ports that feed the head. On the RB30, there's two. On the RB26, there's two provisions, but actually one is fully plugged, and we'll restrict the other one just like you would in an RB26. So since we're running RB26 head on this. Yeah, on the front of the block, since we're running a different timing belt and it needs an additional pulley, we'll actually drill and tap the front of the block for an additional pulley. There's some clearance on the inside that we do for the stroker kit that he's gonna run. Also, we're gonna do the billet main caps on these with a billet girdle, and the girdle is gonna have the conversion on it, so we're gonna convert it so you can run an all-wheel drive oil pan. So it looks like we got a billet stroker crank here from Neato Performance. He acquired a whole rotating assembly from them, which thank you very much. It's a 90mm wide journal. That's the rod bearing, so they provide you a bigger diameter journal for the rod and wider, so it displaces the load more, so you get actually less load per square inch per se on the rod, so it should save the bearing at higher horsepower applications. For lower horsepower applications, and not going to mean much, but for big power guys, the RB tends to have a smaller rod journal and a smaller main journal, so by putting more mass in that area, it's going to make it stronger too. We got the whole crank here, and what we'll do is we'll do the standard service. We'll just go through, everything looks good, it's been polished, it's brand new, so we'll make sure it's straight, and we'll just do a quick balance on it and make sure everything's ready to go before we do the installation. So here's the rest of the rotating assembly for the package. We got their custom bearings here, the rod bearings. Their rods, which are pretty neat. They're obviously for the wide bearing, and they are upgraded for the 866 wrist pin. Yeah, it looks like the Neato's V2 rods, so all upgraded, nice billet pieces, wide rod bearing journal, bigger diameter wrist pins, 866 versus 827s. Pretty nice pieces. We've ran these before, and it's what I would normally run anyways, and pretty good piece. Wrist pins, CP wrist pins, you got 866, so like I said, good diameter, 250 wall, heavy duty wrist pins. I don't think he's gonna have a problem with these. With this size. The CP pistons made specifically for this Neato package with their logo on them. Yep, they're definitely HD forgings. And the good thing is they're made for these rods, so you get the correct spacing needed and the correct clearance for the strap. So well designed, well engineered. Little reliefs for the valves, which is not common in RBs, but on these, obviously, with the big horsepower, you're gonna need the extra clearance. It looks like they're set up to be 9-to-1 compression, and I think we'll be good to go. And this is an RB26 cylinder head. It's a good virgin head. This is how we like to get them. It looks a little bit used, but just by inspecting it, it's a solid virgin head. It's never been cut. You can see the head gasket, and we got that nice little JDM sticker there that tells us it's never been decked before. So it looks like the hardware's been updated. We'll go through, we'll deplug it, de-stud it, we'll blast it, we'll get it down to the bare raw aluminum and make it look nice, and then we'll start machining it. So as far as the parts go, Javier ended up getting parts from Kelford, which we've been working with Kelford for many years, especially with the SR20s packages, the VEs, DETs. They've been really helpful with coming out with new products that we need, especially nowadays when, you know, these motors are getting 30 years old, so a lot of these OEM parts are getting obsolete, and OEM parts work great for a lot of the street packages, but when we go racing, they might not work well. So Kelford definitely provides us the valve package for that. What we have here is their Beehive Extreme springs. They're 125 seat pressure springs. These are definitely made for their buckets because the retainers here don't have the pocket for the shim, so you have to run their shimless buckets. The Beehive springs, the spring seats to get that pressure up. They're nice DLC coated buckets, shimless, and they have them in many different heights, so you got to pay attention when you order them. You know, best to probably call Kelford to make sure you're ordering the right buckets for their cam and their spring package. As far as the cams go, we got pretty good sized cams for the power we're making. The Kelford 182 SEs, 274, 280 cams, which are pretty good sized cams. You know, with a 3.2 liter motor. You can see here the cam lift is only, 10.8 millimeters cam lift, so it will definitely need clearancing. So everything you need to know is in this card. We definitely highly suggest them. We've been working for years, and if you need a project, and for a lot of the JDM stuff, they definitely have it. And to top it all off, we're gonna use Freya +1 valves in the setup. So with the +1 valves, it's gonna help you, be able to open the seat throat up, put a bigger port in it, and let the engine breathe, especially for the power you're gonna make. So we got top of the line Freya valves for that. And from there, we'll just start building this cylinder head, and when we get ready to build a long block, we'll go from there. So we're at the point now, we got the short block finished, we got the cylinder head finished, we're ready to mate the two. I want to talk a little bit about the head gasket situation. We're not going to run a standard MLS, we're going to run the copper firing setup. During the block machining process, we did machine the block for the firing groove, so the firing locates. As you can see, we got them installed. So we have our stage 3 cylinder head here that Javier is going to run. It's been fully machined. We fitted it with all the Kelfer goodies, like the Beehive Extreme Springs, the Kelfer DLC coated buckets. We're running Kelfer cams, +1 valves. Pretty nice setup. We're gonna get it on the block and get it ready to degree the cams in.
We got everything together here, spinning this thing, making sure nothing hits. Seems pretty smooth. Miguel approved.
Done.
Alright guys, so we got a couple things left. We gotta get the sump on. We're gonna get this thing timed. Little odds and ends, but we're almost there.
So pretty much now I'm about to check top the center, make sure my marks are right with the dial, top of the piston, and then from there start the degree.
Alright, so now we're gonna flip it over, prep the surface here, and we're gonna get the PRP sump all bolted up.
All right, so we have our complete RB30 long block finish with the RB26 head, the all-wheel drive oil pan on it, and it's ready to go. We timed it up, and we're literally just putting the shipping brackets on it and getting it ready on the pallet so Javier can take it. A few final pieces we did. We obviously added the oil pan, the dry sump pump. There's a few more lines that gotta be fitted, which will be done inside the car. But as you see, it is something we would produce and deliver to the end user.
It's been a long journey with this thing, man. It's been a long journey with, been a while waiting for the motor. I'm so happy that we teamed up with you guys for this, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's been such an awesome process.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see this in the car, get it running, get on the dyno.
Yep.
And see what she can do.
Shoot for some numbers for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this thing's looking good. Got a bunch of PRP goodies on here, a bunch of Mazworx goodies on here. And then I noticed these, you got these little fancy deals here.
Yeah, the RB26 comes with the metric 8 bolts, and the 25s come with metric 10, but we want to provide a package for the customers, because as we build the engines, we take the studs off them, so we want to give them back to them with some good hardware in there.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed this on all the SR stuff that you guys do. Super, super nice stuff. Well, guys, it is all ready to go. We're gonna package this thing up, get it in the truck, and get it back over and stuff this thing back into the Skyline.
Hell yeah.